Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you today from Philadelphia, and the reason we're here is to check out a 4-foot prune. Yes, a 4-foot prune. A 4-foot prune is a vintage store in Philadelphia named after a line in the Muppet Movie. So of course I'm wearing a t-shirt named for a line in a different Muppet Movie. Right off the bat, we have a Fisher-Price Kermit. This is gonna be awesome. I hear we have all kinds of awesome Muppet things in here. I hear we're gonna find all kinds of Muppet stuff. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah.
This place just looks absolutely amazing. Right off the bat, right behind the counter, they have like this little funky handmade Miss Piggy thing, a Sigma Bunsen and Beaker cookie jar, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. That's amazing. And they have this Gonzo sugar bowl, also from Sigma. They even got Captain Kirk. We are going where no man has gone before. Well, I've gone before because I'm a Muppet fiend, but we're going where I have not yet been before, the rest of the store. The Muppet stuff is hidden all throughout here. So we see Pee-wee up here, then right below Pee-wee we have two vintage Gonzo kiln craft mugs. Those are super rare. That is just totally incredible to see. I do have that full set, but man, you never see these kiln craft mugs just out in the wild. All right, we are just gonna be on the hunt here because it's just all over the place. We heard there's Muppet stuff. Look, just on the floors everywhere. Here is a Count Von Count Wilton party cake pan. That is awesome. It's got the tags on it and everything. $10. That is awesome. All right, I may have to pick that up while I'm here. I don't know. We'll see. That is definitely on the maybe pile. Look at all the awesome magnets on this refrigerator. You got Pee-wee, Never Ending Story, Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, that's cool. That is actually a magnet. It's not an official licensed magnet, but that is a bootleg magnet of the official, I guess somewhat official, international Muppet Movie poster, where they actually have as you can see, it's a parody of Jaws, with Animal as Jaws, with Miss Piggy as the swimming, bathing beauty about to be eaten. They even have a My Pet Monster magnet back there. And ooh, look, down here, there's a Alf cake pan as well. I don't know if you guys know this, but Alf's manager was also Jim Henson's manager. Kind of weird, right? I'm not sure what kind of bird that is, but that is just totally wild. And I've heard there's more stuff downstairs, so let the wild things, or I guess not the wild things have begun. Let the wild rumpus begin. That's what they said. Let the wild rumpus begin. All right, we're going downstairs, and ooh, right off the bat we have a bootleg Miss Piggy canister. That is super creepy. It's very 70s. It fits right in that motif down there. This is where we come down to the awesomeness. We have a whole bunch of these Sesame Street Oxford pennants. We have Read, Count. Oh, there's a Sesame Street one. That's cool. Those are new, but this Ernie bath time radio, that is super vintagey, and it even has its box. That's amazing. There's a Sesame Street puzzle here. That's cool. It's like a pull puzzle, so you can see what kind of things hide behind it. That's neat. There's all kinds of other Sesame Street puzzles here. Look at this scooter. There's a Fisher-Price Muppet Show scooter. That is awesome. I had this as a kid. Of course, I have it mint in the box in the museum at home. That is absolutely fantastic. What do they ask on that? $50. That is not a bad deal at all. I used to love taking this around. I mean, this was considered a lethal weapon back in the 70s. You could really knock somebody out with these hard plastic shoes. That is incredible to see. There's a Bert plush right there. Oh, look at this. A Miss Piggy Sigma ornament with tags in her sleigh. Looks like there's a whole bunch of them as well, all brand new in the box. Okay, I am totally flipping out. And we haven't even gotten around the room yet. There's Big Bird's feet and another Oxford pennant. That is just incredible. There's a giant hot dog over there, a corn on the cob stand thing. Okay, there's a lot here. I can see some Muppets in the corner. All right, what's down over here? We have a Sesame Street preschool games for growing floor games. Look at that. It's got Prairie Dawn. All right, we're gonna take this whole pile of games off of here and check this thing out. All right, here it is. Sesame Street preschool Feeling Fit, games for growing floor games. You got Prairie Dawn and Grow over there and workout attire. This whole board game thing, that is wild. 3 learning floor games for 2 learning levels. All right, well, I'm going to put that there and put the other levels of games, I think, right back on top of it. But that is awesome. Over here in the clothing aisle, there's a whole bunch of clothing. I like how it's all kind of put together by color. That's really cool. There's a vintage Cookie Monster PVC over here. Check this out. Wow, that's awesome. Rubber squeezy Cookie Monster. I wonder how much they're asking for that, because that's just too cool. All right, we're gonna look around this way, and wow, there is just so much cool stuff here. Check out these Young People's Science Encyclopedia. I think this is a handmade Big Bird sign. That's really neat. And look right down here. It's the Muppet Babies matching game. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I am just completely blown away. All right, here is the Muppet Babies color matching game with lovable, huggable Muppet Babies as seen in the Muppet Movie, The Muppets Take Manhattan. They're asking $8 for this, so I think I'm definitely gonna have to pick this up. I don't think I could pass this one up. And I like how just randomly, if you kind of like just move something, you just find some more Muppet stuff. Here's Muppets from Space, the Great Gonzos of the Galaxy. There's some Sesame Street books down here. Issues of Sesame Street magazine. Just awesome. Oh, look at this. It's the Golden Sound Story. Miss Piggy and Foo-Foo, where are you? Okay, like I said, I'm freaking out. And then right over here, we have this Bert and Ernie. I think this is a radio too. I'm not quite sure. Asking $18 for this. Yeah, it's a radio. See, off, on, volume, and tuning over there. That is awesome. Just so much cool stuff. Look at this Big Bird radio. I have that as well. There's this Cookie Monster piano thing. Please stop, think. Just stop and think. So don't play that. I think it's what that's trying to say. That is cool. Only $12. That's amazing. There's a Bert and Ernie puzzle. Here we have Greetings from Big Bird, $3 each. Postcards. Look at all these postcards. These are vintage postcards. I've never seen these before. These are just absolutely amazing. It says, Greetings from Big Bird of Sesame Street. Big Bird, copyright Muppets, 1978. That is just incredible. All right, I might have to pick a couple of those up. Those are just too wild. And then right above it, oh my goodness, we have an animal kiln craft mug. Look at this thing. It's in mint condition. It is just incredible. And then over here, we have a whole bunch of Rolf kiln craft mugs. Not just one, but a whole bunch of them. Absolutely wild. Here we have a Grubby from Teddy Ruxpin plush. That's cool. And then in this bin here, there's a whole bunch more of those Cookie Monsters. We have some other Muppet Treasure Island Happy Meals. Just wild to see this stuff just like in this store, just all over the place. So much cool Muppet stuff. There are Muppets just peering out from wherever you look. Here we have a whole bunch of vintage suitcases and lamps. Here we have another Sesame Street radio. Of course, I do already have that one in my collection, but that is awesome. If I didn't already have that, I probably would be picking that up. There's Hillary Clinton. Okay, and we have, ooh, look at this. Wow, Sesame Strasse. This is from the German Sesame Street. German Sesame Street stuff here. I am just, I'm losing my mind here. They also have a copy of the People in Your Neighborhood Golden Shape Book. I think I may already have this one. I'm not quite sure. It's in pretty decent condition, so I may want to pick this up as well, but we'll see. And right over here we have a Sesame Street Bert and Ernie vintage metal lunchbox. Check that out. That is awesome. And then over here by this vintage television set, we have some more Muppet books. Muppet Kids, I Want to Go Home. Muppet Kids, Frogs Only. The Muppet Babies book, Baby Piggy, the Living Doll from McDonald's. Ask Kermit, Do Flies Have Eyes? And Cookie Monster and the Cookie Tree, the read-along book, but I don't see the record that goes along with it. But that is still very cool. All right, so we went through all this stuff. We went through all of that stuff, but now there's a whole other room back here to check out too. And Diana Troy from Star Trek The Next Generation is going to show us the way. Wow, check out all this amazing, amazing stuff. You even have a handmade Yip Yip back there. There's a Miss Piggy. This looks like a Miss Piggy doll that someone made into a puppet. It has its original tag. I'm very confused. Oh, this is Miss Piggy puppet? I don't think I've ever seen this before. Like I said, I thought it was handmade at first, so I have to look at this a little closer. Okay, I looked at it, and it says it's from Dakin, and not just the tag. The inside tag says Dakin too, but it's obviously like the head from the Fisher-Price doll. I have never seen this before. That is just incredible. They're asking $24. I might have to add this to my pile of loot. Got some vintage Care Bear plush. There's this mascot. It almost looks like it's from Looney Tunes, but I can't quite tell what that's from. Just really cool stuff in here. There's a troll. We got Ursula from Little Mermaid. A whole bunch of Star Wars action figures up here. They line the walls like wallpaper or trim. That's really, really cool. All right, awesome. And vintage Minnie Mouse puzzle. Some vintage pink flamingos, which I always love. Some more Star Trek play sets. That's cool. And some Yip Yip yarn Martians. Oh, just wild. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this room, and we'll head back over here. Like I said, Muppets are everywhere, and way up here, right past this Peter Max print, we have a story time Cookie Monster up there. That's cool. I think he's missing a pupil or something, maybe, unless it's down. But yeah, you put a tape back in there, and he would open his mouth and read you a story. Probably ate cookies. And right up here at the register, they have these cool patches. There's Elmo and Big Bird. These look like vintage patches. I'm not quite sure what year they were made or who made them because they don't have any copyrights or anything on them, but that is super cool. Probably gonna pass on those, but all right. But don't pass on coming here because there's some just amazing, amazing stuff here, as you saw. Back behind the counter in this sold pile, they even have one of those Oscar Fisher-Price toys. That's cool. You run them down the street and you pump the little thing, and Oscar comes out and wishes you a very happy, wish you didn't do that. All right, if you heard me rushing through this place, I'm sorry, because I would love to spend more time here, but I got here just as they were closing. So let me show you what I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna grab this Muppet Babies matching game. That is just incredibly fantastic. The Sesame Strasse book, that is wild. This Dakin Miss Piggy puppet, which I thought might be a bootleg, but it's not because it has tags and it's just incredible. It looks like it's from the UK. Look at that. It's got, you know, $5.99. That's a pound, not a dollar sign. So Hamley's must have been a store in the UK. That is incredible. I'm also grabbing a couple of the Big Bird postcards and living here without my mind because it's been blown away. So as I said, A 4 Foot Prune. Check them out, follow them. They are awesome. They have just amazing, amazing stuff here. As you saw, Muppets everywhere, freaking out. That's what this place is all about. And right down the street is Brave New World's comic shop, where they have all kinds of new release Labyrinth and Dark Crystal stuff. So definitely check them out as well. Okay, so now I'm back in the Muppet Stuff Museum. So let's take a closer look at some of the items I picked up. First up is the Muppet Babies, a color matching game with the lovable, huggable Muppet Babies. This is just awesome. I love the photo puppets they use on the front of the box here. And again, as you can see, as seen in the Muppet Movie, The Muppets Take Manhattan. And very importantly, no reading necessary to play. All right, so let's take a look at the game itself. First of all, it said no reading, and there's obviously instructions and quite a lot of them. The object of the game is to help the lovable, huggable Muppet Babies collect a handful of high-flying balloons. To play, pick up a disc from the center pile and try to color match it to one of the 4 balloons in your corner of the game board. You never know what color disc you're picking up because they all are face down in the center pile. Avoid bee discs with sharp stingers and discs that are the same color as already matched balloons. If you're the first player to match all 4 of your balloons with 4 different colored discs, then you win the game. No strings attached. All right, very cool. Let's take a look at the board itself. It's really nicely done. Here we have Baby Kermit with a butterfly, Baby Fozzie with a teddy bear, Baby Piggy with her Kermit plush doll, and Baby Gonzo with Camilla. That's really neat. Okay, so all the discs go in here, and the first person to put all their colored discs in their characters' balloons wins the game. And interspersed with them are some bee discs. Like they said, be careful you don't get stung. So I guess if you pick up a stinger, then you lose a turn. You don't get to put a color in your balloon because a bee has stung you. So pretty easy to play the game. The yellow ones go in the yellow, the green ones go in the green, the orange ones go on the orange, and the blue ones go on the blue. And the bees go on the arm and sting. And this was released in 1984 by Milton Bradley. Next, we have these Sesame Street Big Bird postcards that just completely blew me away. These are new old stock in mint condition. As you can see, it features Big Bird from an early season of the show. The back says, "Greetings from Big Bird of Sesame Street," and the copyright is 1978 by Alexander Promotional Printing, MWM Dexter, Aurora, Missouri. I also picked up this Sesame Strasse learning book. I'm not even sure what this is because I don't speak German. Lustig, Gustenstein von Ernie und seinen Freunden. Sure, yeah, whatever that said. And this is from Kinder College, college for kids. So learning activities for kids, I'm assuming. And inside here we have Ernie and Cookie Monster learning about the letter A. A story about Bert and Ernie called Ernie Swished Staub. I'm hoping he's not staubing Bert because that would not be good. Here's another Bert and Ernie story, this time all about the number 5. Drei Formen die Man Essen kann, a story about Big Bird and Oscar. Ernie and Cookie Monster learn about the letter U. And Ernie and Cookie Monster learn about the letter V. This was put out in 1971 and has a US counterpart put out by Random House, while this German version was put out by Für die Deutsche Augustbei. And apparently there were many other books in the line. I think by far the craziest thing I picked up was this 1981 Dakin Miss Piggy hand puppet, which is so bizarre. I really thought it was a bootleg. I had to double check it. I mean, it has its tags. It has its tags inside as well that match. But man, it looks like Dakin just took the head off a Fisher-Price Miss Piggy doll and slapped it on a puppet. I mean, it's just odd. I just can't believe it. I'm like, how does it even work? Your fingers cannot even go really in her mouth to make it move. They barely go into the arms. It's just so bizarre. I can't believe they actually sold this. I'm guessing that's why it was more of an international item. I don't believe this was sold in the States. Wow. But so cool to find it with the tags. I had actually never seen this in person before. Like I said, I thought it was not even real. I looked it up on the wiki, and yes, it's there. It's a legit thing. And again, it has its tags, so it confirms it. But wow, what a just bizarre and wacky find. So you know I had to pick this up. Thank you, Gav, for telling me about the store. Since my initial visit, I've been back a couple of times and spotted more amazing items, such as this completed Ernie Latch-A-Rug/pillow, this Cookie Monster pull toy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Dark Crystal magnets, this Western-themed Muppet puzzle, extremely rare Michael DePippo limited edition prints of Floyd, Janice, and Zoot, an Avalon Miss Piggy Muppet figure painting kit, and a Fisher-Price animal puppet. While I didn't pick up any of those items, I did pick up this set of Gorham papier-mâché ornaments released in 1977. So here you can see Bert, Ernie, Oscar, Big Bird, and Cookie Monster. And a Kilncraft Gonzo mug, because even though I did have one in white, I realized I didn't have one in tan. This Cookie Monster Chef Squeeze toy, and one of the still mint box Miss Piggy Sigma ornaments, which I realized I didn't have either tagged nor with its original box in my collection. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow us on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time.
Well, what in the name of Fat Swaller is that?
A 4 foot prune.
4 foot prune.